good evening, good morning, good afternoon from wherever you're watching us from. This is HomaBayUnplugged. And as always, we give you voices across the globe, across the world of change makers, people who are doing remarkable things in the society. And as you know, in the heart of the lake, that's where it all happens. And today, and on this series of episodes, you are in the Pearl of Africa, at the heart of Kampala, Africa's greatest city, where it all happens, from business, from techpreneurs, to people in art and design, to entertainers, to politicians, to everyone who's just a change maker and bringing the voices that connects us to the source of the Nile. And today's episode, we have a wonderful, amazing powerhouse. Her name is Lydia. Yeah, so she'll tell us more about what she does, her life, her experiences, and just things to motivate us as we move along. Keep it locked. Let's get entertained. Let's get to learn, and let's keep the conversation going. And as you know, you can follow us on all our socials at HomaBayUnplugged on all social media platforms. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend that this is the Voices from the Lake. Good morning, Lydia.
Good morning, Emma.
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. Kampala is amazing. Kampala is beautiful. Kampala is blessed.
Sure, it is.
Are you honored to be in Kampala?
Hmm?
Are you honored to be in Kampala?
Mm-hmm.
Quite a pleasure.
Thank you.
I can see. Yeah, so Lydia, how did it all start? Kindly tell us a bit about your upbringing. How was your childhood like?
My childhood, honestly, wasn't so bad, and it wasn't so good. You know, being the only daughter among his 4 brothers, it was a bit exciting, tricky, and challenging.
Yeah.
The second born,
Yeah.
and both parents are alive.
Yeah.
All of us have gone to school, so my upbringing wasn't basically so hard.
Yeah.
Not only that, the only challenging bit about it was that this stereotype of girls have to do most of the house chores.
Yeah.
And me being the only girl was like overwhelming.
Yeah, to take care of all boys. Those are like 5 boys, including your dad.
Yeah. But at some point, parents came in, they were like,
we all in this house, you all have to do
exactly
what's required
like literally
of us. Yeah.
no divided roles.
Yeah.
Everyone has to do what they can.
Yeah.
Ranging from cooking, washing utensils, cleaning the house.
Wow. So when did that happen? Like when you're still like way too young, or as things went by?
Of course, for example, my elder brother I think he's in his early 30s now. Yeah. And we have quite a huge age gap.
Yo.
So it was basically me, my follower, then the 4th last born. Yeah. Who were engaged on that. Yeah. So it was when we were in primary. Yeah. Yeah. When we were in primary, that's when we used to do chores, garden work. Yeah. But when you grow up, things change a bit.
That's pretty exciting. But they're also like overprotective of you. At least you have like a force of 4 to just walk you around and take you through life.
At first, I thought I just didn't have the freedom. Yeah. But I realized that was love, care, and protection.
Yeah. So you couldn't even talk to the boy. So if the boy is like, if someone wants to come through to you, he has to go like through a battalion of 5.
Nah, not really.
Yeah.
Not really that. Yeah. But, they could just tell me, this place is so small, this village is so small, and people are sick. I grew up with that fear of HIV/AIDS.
I see.
And then we had a family name to protect.
I see.
So the protection was worth it.
Oh, I can see. I can clearly tell. And like the upbringing was like you grew up in Kampala. I went through school in Kampala, or
no? Yeah. I actually grew up in Bukedia. That's my home district in the east, after Mbale.
After Mbale. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I see.
And then that's where I had from my, primary. Yeah. Then secondary, I had it from Uganda.
Yeah.
And then, I used to come to Kampala, but it wasn't that so much.
Oh, okay.
It was basically work, studies, trips.
Yeah, school trips.
Something like that. But then my brother was staying in Kampala. I had relatives in Kampala.
I see.
So, but I fully started staying in Kampala in 2019.
Oh, amazing. And also, like in your childhood, how was it like? Could you kind of just paint us a picture? Like, were you an artsy kid? Were you like always a bookworm? Were you into like different activities?
The way I love social media marketing now.
Yeah.
I was literally a person of media, cameras, and all that.
Oh, so you're also like those in front of the camera, presenting, doing things to kids.
Yeah. Because I grew up, I was a novel lover, and I used to read novels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to read novels. That's why even in my O-level, I took literature, and I actually got a D2. In Uganda, we have it as a distinction. You have a distinction 1, distinction 2, and then you have credits like that.
Yeah.
So I had a D2, then A-level, I did HLD, that's History, Literature, and Divinity.
Yo, that's quite a study.
I got 15 points. A-level, I didn't go for law because I was given, should I call it, I was given sort of, they told me I had to do law, but at UCU. And I didn't love the whole idea of going to UCU.
Why?
I just used to hear rumors about strictness and all that.
Oh, so you didn't like strict stories and stuff?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So but they gave me education, literature and English at Makerere University and Chambogo University. Of course, I had to choose Makerere.
Oh, yeah. Wait. Yes, that's for sure.
So I had to choose Makerere. I did it.
Yeah.
And yes, I graduated I got done in 2022, August, but our graduation was scheduled for February. I even remember it was February 14th, 2023.
Amazing. And now just taking us through, like, was literature you always like go to, like in like all through your schooling level? And how was your relationship with the teachers? As you grew up, like, would you ever like get punished, or did you ever like get like that top student who was always awarded? Were you into sports? Were you into different activities?
What I know, I love socializing with people.
Yeah.
And I'm this person who easily connects with the people.
Yeah.
So me and my teachers had a good relationship.
Yeah.
Just like with the students.
Yeah.
I wasn't really into sports.
Yeah.
Then I can't lie.
Yeah.
But I was into clubs. Because I remember in primary, I was into patriotism.
Patriotism?
Yeah.
What does it entail, being a patriot?
A patriot, just serve the country, love the country, do charity work for the good of the country.
I see.
Yeah, I think that's why I even ended up being a politician at some point.
Oh, in school? Tell us about it. How did you become? Like, how are the campaigns like?
It wasn't really. Actually, that campaign part of it came at campus.
Yo.
Oh, it's really very.
Yeah, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Yeah.
About campus campaigns?
Yeah, the campaigns.
At campus, I was NRM. I was in the NRM party.
NRM party. Why? Yeah, and then one thing that I need to know and clarify. Why is it called the National Resistance
Because
Movement?
It is the National Resistance Movement.
Why are you guys resisting and you've been in government for the longest time?
Oh God. Are we talking about politics?
No, I'm just asking. Well, why do you keep resisting yet we are?
No, I feel like,
okay,
right now I'm really not into politics.
Yeah, when you were in politics,
When I was into politics, honestly, that question is a bit tricky. Because me, myself, I don't know why it is called National Resistance Movement.
But you're party representative, So how was it? How was it campaigning in campus? Like, was it like,
campaigning was okay. On the campus, you have to spend in some areas. You have to keep giving people support them. They call it facilitation.
Yeah.
So
I hear that a lot. Like when you want to do a project with someone, you're like, I need facilitation. I need facilitation. I'm like, yo. Yeah.
So it was basically.
Okay, just a second. I think close the door. Yeah, you see changes. Yeah, so you're telling us, because I hear a lot about facilitation. You're something, I need facilitation.
Of course, that helps keep them running.
Things moving, yeah.
For example, if someone is campaigning for you, don't expect them to just use their transport money, to use their own money for transport.
Yeah.
At least you have to give them transport, you have to give them data. Now, all that is called facilitation.
I see. Yeah, we need to facilitate. But what specifically NRM while you're campaigning? Were there other different parties that were in campus that people used to campaign?
We had, we had this thing of, parties.
Yeah.
We had different parties, but also in those different parties, we had sort of a cabinet for a party.
I see.
Yeah. So me, I was in NRM, and then I was campaigning for, should I call it head of communication? Yeah, it was head of communication.
Yeah.
But my friend won.
Who was also in communications also?
He won on communication. Then me, I was appointed as head of mobilizing.
Yeah.
I was appointed as mobilizer Eastern.
The Eastern region.
The Eastern region.
So you are mobilizing people for like your campus, or you are mobilizing people for the political party?
Campus. These are campus politics.
Okay. Okay.
So
but also like the national politics also uses a bit of the campus people to.
Now, what I know about those campus politics?
Yeah.
The NRM at MOOC on campus level.
Yeah.
It would help to rally.
Yeah.
Or mobilize a team.
Yeah.
To aid in the campaign for the guildship.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why we have those NRM, NOOP, all that.
Yeah.
So as NRM campus politics, but NRM, you had to when time for guild campaigns come in, you had to mobilize your team.
Like the national.
No, campus.
Or still just campus?
Yeah, here we're talking about campus.
Okay.
So, as who are in NRM, now for me I was mobilizer Eastern region.
Yeah.
So I had to mobilize the Easterners.
Okay.
To rally behind.
Okay.
The appointed guild. That of course those people.
Yeah.
Who showed interest for guildship, but under NRM.
Yeah.
They also had to go for primaries, and then they also had to be voted for.
Okay.
To come up with one guild president who would represent the NRM chapter on campus level.
Okay.
So that is the person we all have to front.
Yeah.
That this is someone we as the NRM campus, MAC chapter have come up with.
Yeah.
And this is the person we are going to front.
Okay.
So during the guild campaigns, all of us have to do the mobilization.
Oh, okay.
So that this person can go through. But for some reasons, NRM hasn't really made it for guild.
Oh, really? How so? Is it influenced by the national politics, or like the students also don't feel it and all that? And this is just one particular school, or it's across all campuses? Across all campuses. They need to.
Because I haven't really seen people. I haven't really seen students. Voting for NRM. The few years I've been into politics, even the current guild campaigns.
Yeah.
I haven't seen.
So they vote for which other political parties?
NOOP has actually been taking over.
Across campuses. I think because maybe it's because of their the youthful appeal and stuff.
Something like that.
Okay. That's really interesting. And then so I was asking, once you're elected, and then you become a national resistance movement or a national, the NUP means?
NUP is a national unity platform.
Yeah, the national unity platform.
Yeah.
So when you get elected through that in the campus level, do you also have a seat at the table in the national level at the campaigns?
Some people, honestly, I was so much interested in campus politics. Whatever happens after someone go through, I haven't really bothered. But some people actually go with that political ambition and they go to the national level as well.
Because that's like what normally happens in Kenya. Like when you have these political bigwigs in campus. So like any big politician, if they want to campaign, they'll use these guys as their marshals. So when I go to campuses, when I know like youthful votes, these are the people that I'll use for campaigns. And you even find like 3/4 of the politicians who are in our current political atmosphere, most of them were in the campus politics and in campus campaigns and all that. And they're also being used by the other older politicians in terms of like mentorship and growth. So it was just a smooth transition. Like once you are a leader in primary, you went to secondary, in high school, and then at the university level, it's just an easy way to also get into politics and be more involved.
Just like I said earlier, some people go with that political ambition.
What made it stop to you? Yeah, you can be, yes.
Me personally, just like me, should I call it an entrepreneur?
Yes.
Politics is something tricky. Once you start it, you have to be there. So I had to change course and put my whole focus into my business.
I see. Yeah, we'll also delve into that. And then apart from just being into politics, the tenure was for how long when you got elected? For
1 year.
For a year.
1 year.
Yeah, and then how was it? Like, were there things that you picked out from?
Yeah, I got to relate with a number of people, and up to date I'm still in touch with them.
Yeah.
And then I learned quite a lot of things. It's made me also get to know an insight on national politics.
Okay.
Now, up to date, I still follow politics in one way or the other.
Okay. And then also, would just try and see about it. How does politics help you navigate your entrepreneurial landscape, and how is it like important that you keep in touch with whatever that's happening to navigate through life in Kampala?
That politics. When I was in that political space at campus, just like I told you, I got to relate with people, and I'm in touch with them. So those who have been supporting me, and I sell craft shoes, so that is like walking market. So those people support me. They go wherever they go. Others see them, they refer me, and I have also gotten wholesalers who come and buy from me, of which some of those wholesalers are into politics.
Okay.
So when they market on their statuses or their social media platforms, their friends who are into politics, the MPs, the ministers, also see their shoes.
Okay.
They like them. They make orders, then he comes back to me.
Oh,
that's how politics has helped me.
Oh, yeah, that's actually strange that politics actually helps.
The whole point is you just have to be good to people, relate with them, socialize, go to gatherings, conferences. Literally, any opportunity that comes, you just have to take it up.
Yeah, but not like...
Even if you're not going to benefit now, the benefits will come in later.
Yeah, but at least
all you have to do is to go, link up with people, socialize with them, interact. But most importantly, sell your idea to them.
I see. Also, that's actually a
positive. And never get tired. Never get tired of telling people about your business. What you do.
That's
what you can do, the skills you have, never get tired. And also, always work with your business card. Just in case.
But I'm also tending to wonder, like, navigating politics as a youthful individual. Because you've had, like, the longest running party, you've never, had alternatives. And then also now from, like, a social point of view, I won't really delve much into it. But how do you now, balance like oppression, suppression, and all that. An example, let's say like there's a youthful party that's getting for like people's rights. Then there's the big political parties. So how are you able to navigate and balance with the different political parties? Because I know you're in business, like your business cuts across. Like it doesn't matter whatever political party this person is. Me, I'm just here to like do business. So how do you leverage on that and also not be labeled as one?
Okay.
Yeah, like you still sell shoes to NUP, you still sell shoes to NRM, you still sell shoes to
that is like actually a very good question.
Yeah.
Just like I told you, I was into politics.
No, but you think affect your business, yeah.
That was like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
When I had that political ambitions, I was in the NRM chapter and all that.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm not a political person.
So how
I can follow the political campaigns, I can follow the political shows and all that.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm not affiliated to any political party.
Yeah.
I'm just me. This is me being a Ugandan.
Yeah.
Whatever party comes in, I'll go with it. I'm okay with it.
Just about the money.
As long as we have peace, there are no chaos in the country, there are no civil wars. Me, I'm good.
Yeah. What if there are civil wars?
What would cause the civil wars?
I don't know. You tell me. But at least the best thing about it, like even if guys go to war, they still need shoes to wear.
They still need shoes to wear. You know, this is something. It is like a necessity. You need to have it. It's like food.
Yeah.
Whether you want it or not. Are you going to walk? Are you going to walk barefoot because Lydia is affiliated to a party?
Yeah.
Thank God I'm not affiliated to any party.
Yeah.
So shoes is like a necessity.
Yeah, I think also like dive just straight into the shoe business. You can kind of just tell us about like a shoe business, how it all came about, and then just why specifically shoes and not all the other aspects.
Can we pause first?
No, we can't pause. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, we can pause.
We can pause first.
Yeah.
Let's pause.
We paused. Yeah. We paused.
I didn't see the political part coming.
No, it was like part of the conversation because you campaigned. You had an elective post.
Someone has, actually, this is the first time someone has awakened in me the political side.
Yeah. And then also, like, I don't know why, like, maybe speaking to, like, anyone in Uganda about politics, this is just so feisty and so held up. I'm like, just talk. You would be victimized as long as you don't, like, abuse anyone or cause oppression. Like, it's, it's a free space.
It's not free.
Yeah.
It's not free. You see, there is where media keeps, I hope you have paused.
It's okay. It will be edited. We'll just.
There is where media keeps deviating things.
Yeah.
Like, for example, if I have said something, for them, they just turn it around and, it's never safe. I mean, it's never safe.
Yeah. I get.
Even if we feel like it is safe, but at some point it's never safe.
But to just hope, like, I think the best thing, even as you've talked about, like, the way things keep advancing and things keep moving and things keep changing, and the way you have, like, a youthful vote. Because I tend to, I love history a lot. So, let's say like when NRM came into power, or when the people in NRM were fighting, they were in the bushes and everything, they were in like their 30s. Yeah, in their 30s and in early 20s. So they were like the most youthful vote, and then they were able to rally support across all those presidency. And then now when these other new resistance or just a shake-up or things that are happening, or the political landscape that's like really happening, is also like another stage for growth, because it's another youthful vote. Because you find like there's a huge time gap. So like with every generation and with every time and with every bad thing, there are always new people. And the best thing about countries will still have to like move ahead and and still do things. Because in the, let's say like in the next 5-10 years, there'll be like an entire 360 change. And people will just still move forward and just get another cycle.
We actually have politics coming. Actually, we're in a season of politics for the moment.
Yeah.
Let's see what 2026 has.
It has a lot in store.
Let's see what 2026 has. If the current government comes back in, me, I'm okay with it. If Nope takes over, I'm okay with it, but just like I told you, all I want is peace.
Peace is a necessity.
It is.
Yeah.
You know how Uganda has been so peaceful amid its own challenges and funny problems.
Yeah.
Uganda is very peaceful.
Yeah, and there's always like a prize to everything. Yeah, and that's the best thing about Africa. Like we are innovative, we're in growth, we do greater things, and you are just always able to adopt in whatever situation you are in. Like if someone will say maybe like I'm just a peace lover, I just like my own space, but even in my own space, there's something that I'm passionate about. There's something that I want to see. There's something that I always want to change and just navigate. And imagine in the little part that you're playing, in as much as we may see ourselves as uninvolved, it still plays a role. Still going back to history. And whatever word we hear, whatever things we're involved in, and everything that we do just affects our lives. Even when someone says like, oh, church is there, politics is there, the youth are there, the leaders are there, it all, like, it's just a cycle. It's just a cycle of life. Like, it's all integrated, it's all involved, and it all helps in the growth and moving forward.
You're right.
Yeah. So,
very right.
Yeah, do not fear. And then even the next time you feel to campaign, because at least now you have a social media management backing, you're into campus politics, you're always into books, you've learned the history.
Wow.
I'll support you. I'll be your campaign. I'll be in your campaign tip when you get elected.
You know, everyone tells they push you and then they leave you there.
No, I won't leave. I'll be there to run through.
No, apparently, let me focus on entrepreneurship.
Yeah, and you'll be the Minister of Trade. Can't you see the things?
Amen.
Now we're bringing into this other segment. You're not talking about like your business because we didn't really delve into it.
Yeah.
So can you tell us about your shoe business and how it all started? And did you also get to practice like the literature, what you studied in campus?
Oh, actually, I taught, by the way. I taught, after school practice.
Yeah.
Actually, I got my first job before I graduated.
Wow, that was fast. That was amazing. Yeah. That's so lucky.
I remember I did that interview in December and I was supposed to start working on 2nd January.
Okay.
2023.
Yeah.
And I remember our graduation was for 2023 Feb.
Yeah.
So my first job, I was a personal assistant to some entrepreneur. Okay. I think that's how I got so much interested into entrepreneurship.
Okay.
And then I got done with that job, I think around July of that year. After that, I stayed home for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
Then I started teaching around August, September.
Mm-hmm.
I taught for around 9 months. So I literally practiced what
wow.
How
was the experience like now coming in from how was the transition like? You just coming in from high school, you get to be a personal assistant and now
teaching.
Getting to teach. Yeah. How are those 9 months? Like it feels like birthing.
Like
you just only carried the baby
one thing I love
to full term. Wait, you just carried the baby to full term and then just left it to grow in its own.
All right, that's like
it's 9 months.
You're asking about the baby. You're asking about.
No, I'm asking about. I'm asking about the baby that you birthed in what is it, in education.
Oh.
Like you're talking about education, like it took 9 months. Yeah.
So just like I told you.
Yeah.
Right now.
No. Like tell us about the 9 months.
Yes.
How is it?
It's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But I want to explain something.
Yeah.
What you're doing has to bring in the money. In whatever you're doing, you have to secure the bag. Because why are we here? Why are we living? I mean, why are we hustling? Secure the bag, right?
Yeah.
So I taught for 9 months, approximately 9 months.
Yeah.
And trust me, I loved it. But I felt like it wasn't enough.
Yeah.
and I needed to venture into something else. Apparently, I quit employment forever. If I'm to get employed, then
they have to have the bag.
Exactly.
Up front.
If I'm to get back into employment, then I should really be comfortable with each and everything, right from the salary and literally everything. I'm not going to mention what I mean by everything. So
how was the experience? How was it like dealing with students, to fellow teachers, the board, employment?
It was good.
It
was good. There was nothing wrong with teaching, employment, teachers, students. There was absolutely nothing wrong. It was just that I needed to venture into other bigger
things. And was there like room for negotiation? Like your bag is too small and needs a bigger bag?
No.
Oh, there was no room?
No.
So just like
not at that moment.
Not at that moment. Did you also get to apply to like other schools to try and see?
No.
Like just after this it was you get
that was it. Stage. After education I closed with that I closed with that chapter of education.
Amazing. What were you teaching at that time?
Where was I teaching?
Like what were you teaching subjects?
Literature, English.
Wow.
And I was actually teaching all classes: Senior 1, Senior 2, Senior 4, Senior 5, Senior 6.
That's massive.
Yeah, I was even a class teacher of Senior 6.
Yo.
Yeah.
And then that was like how many students, like in total?
You know, Senior 6 A level has arts and science. So me, I was in the arts part. We had over 100 students in. I don't remember the exact number, but it was more than 100 students.
Like combined?
Arts and science.
No, like in all those classes that you're teaching. Like every class that you're teaching like those are like 6 classes.
We had actually 2 streams. Per class. Senior 1 had 2 streams. So I was teaching 1 stream. For example, if we have A and B, I was teaching A. Senior 2 had 2 streams, but Senior 2 was teaching literature. So you know, literature is Senior 2. It is an optional subject. So it was combined, but Senior 2 had quite a number of literature students. Sometimes classroom control was a bit hard, but you know, being a teacher, you have to be innovative. Then I wasn't teaching Senior 3. Senior 4 I was teaching English. Senior 5 I was teaching them general paper and then literature. Same with Senior 6.
Wow. So those are how many students in total?
I can't even recall.
I
can't even recall. But what I know, each stream had like around 50 students, 50, 60 around there. Each stream, except for literature where we have to combine all streams for those optional subjects.
So those are, you can say like on the list is like maybe like 300 plus.
Literature had 100 something.
And marking all those papers.
My dear.
Setting exams.
My dear. Actually my worst days in teaching were marking papers, setting exams. But no, that's what you're literally paid for. So
now I see why you needed to secure that big bag goals.
Trust me.
Are you still practicing any of those in your own little way, like publishing or?
I love journaling. I love journaling. I love reading. Actually, there are 2 books I'm actually reading now. And then, I just love, actually, even my reading table has quite a number of books. And I love writing down every small detail. Of course, if you haven't been a novel lover or a literature lover, then some of these things are hard. Even on my phone, my notepad is very active.
Wow.
So I love writing down every little detail. So
you're hoping for you to publish someday.
Not soon. Not now.
There'll be a book by Lydia.
If it has to be a book by Lydia, then it has to be business related.
Pretty much amazing, yeah.
Yeah, but not now. I haven't given it a thought actually.
Yeah. Amazing. Now, delving into business.
Yes.
Yeah. Like your shoe business.
The shoe business. What exactly do you want?
Just how it started. Why just shoes? And just the scope of it. Yeah, and then we also have a song in Kenya. It's called Lizakia too. Ask my shoe.
Oh.
Yeah, like just narrating the stories about what the shoe experience has taken him, like through and through, going on dates, being denied like opportunities, not being offered, the lady dumping you for another man. So it's like, if you can just ask this one question of what he's gone through in life, it really has a lot to tell. Such an amazing song. Yeah, they call her the band. Yeah.
Actually, the show business. I started the show business in 2022. Around December. I remember those were some of my hardest times. I had a baby, single motherhood, and literally
everything was falling apart.
Exactly. Thank you. So I wanted something that would give me extra income while I was still a student.
Yeah.
And so, just like I told you earlier, it's good to socialize.
Yeah.
Now, when you socialize with people, you get to know, you get to know business opportunities, skills, and they keep introducing you to other people as well.
Yeah.
So when I thought about something that I could do, just like I told you, I love media. I love social media, and I felt like I needed to put this into good use.
Into action, yeah.
I just didn't want to be on media making noise, reading through comments, having fun, watching comedies and all that. I wanted it to bring me money into my pocket.
Yeah.
So I went to these people. I remember it was around Kubiri. That is that side of Pastor Kakande's church.
Okay.
That's where our workshop was by then. So I went to this gentleman. They made furniture, but just because I used to interact with them, I felt like they would help me. So I went to them. I sold to them the idea, and I asked them if they knew of anyone who would need a social media marketeer. So they told me, there is a shop over there. You can talk to them, and then I'm sure they can fix you something to do. So I went. I made a bold move. I went. I talked to their leader, and he was like, we make craft sandals, but then we have one challenge. We have less market. I told them that's why I'm here. If you guys can trust me, make me your marketing person. So they're like, fine. They actually they normally call it probation period. So they gave me like 5 pairs of shoes. They told me when you sell them, we shall start from there. So I did my thing. I came back, saw the 5 pairs of shoes. I took for them back the money. So they were like, you can actually do it. Mind you, those 5 pairs of shoes, they gave me a period of 2 weeks. I saw them in 1 week.
Wow.
When I went back, they gave me more pairs, like 15 or 20. I sold them. I took for them the money. This is something that is handmade locally. So, and there people have handmade stuff.
Yes.
Crafty.
Yeah.
So, that's how I started. I started actually with commission. It was commission based.
Yeah.
And then we worked for like 6 months. Then they're like, but Lydia, are you really okay with commission? Why don't you start your own thing? So during that time, I was at campus. Even if things weren't really moving on well, at least my parents used to come in through. And my elder brother played a very great role during my campus time. Shout out to him. He played a very great role, paid my fees, gave me upkeep and all that. So plus the extra income this side, it helped me take care of my baby. Right then. That's how I grew. I even tried, I wanted to build a brand, but then, you know, by that time, 2022, I was in second year. 2023, I was in, no, 2022, I was like completely, you know, we had COVID during that time, so things got a bit disorganized.
Oh, okay.
So 2022, either I was in second year, second semester, or it was third year, first semester. But what I know, I did my last paper in August.
So in this moment, were you able to defer, or you're just going through school the entire time? Like in this period, like of just motherhood, COVID and all that, like did you defer or you just continue with school through and through?
I'm a strong woman. So after birth, I attended classes. But then thankfully, I always appreciate COVID. COVID came in, we had lockdown.
Break,
and then I went home. Then sometime after COVID, then we had the thing of distance learning. Where we used to do Zoom, Google meetings and all that. So it helped me bond with my baby. And I was also studying. And then towards the end of that year, I think 2020, that's when we had the first COVID, 2020. We went back to campus to do our exams. Then we came back home. Then the second COVID came in. We went back home again. Just like it was like that, but the entire time we were studying. We actually fully came back at campus after some time.
Can you just also try to like break us down to like the thing, like you talked about the craft sandals, the loafers?
That's where I'm coming into. So the craft sandals have been doing so well. And I felt like it was time to expand a bit. That's when I brought into the idea of gentlemen's shoes, as you'll see. And then the loafers, you know, it is almost the same thing, just names. For my side, apparently I'm doing gentlemen's shoes and then the craft sandals, unisex. But my colleagues, they do belts, wallets, craft sandals, gentle shoes, and bags, all African.
Design.
Yes, all African designs.
And then is it like, does it have like an emblem or logo like under your business?
For them, I don't know. They also have a logo. I also have my own logo.
Oh, that's embedded in the crafts?
Not yet. Apparently not yet.
Okay.
I'm still doing it online. So in the future, when I possibly get a physical location, then I can start doing some of those things. Because yes, I want my brand to grow. And for my brand to grow, I have to bring in customized shoes.
That's amazing. And then just such a wide array of doing business and investments. And then just looking into like just how business grows and the dynamics. And then I was just asking also about like the landscape and the things that you've done. Where was it specifically shoes? Like what drove you to shoes to just start doing shoes and stick to shoes?
If you remember what I said earlier, shoes are like a necessity. Especially sandals. This is something I don't want to call it you can't live without, but definitely everyone needs shoes. And perhaps there are a lot of people who sell shoes. Of course, different designs of shoes, sandals, crafts, clothes shoes. These shoes that we ladies love putting on. Of course, but I think you would have actually framed your question to why specifically craft sandals.
That's exactly what you're asking.
So why specifically craft sandals? I felt like since majority of people are now buying cars, and I did research because most of my clients are people who come to me saying, these are good for driving. I need them. Put a thin car tire, something like that. So it gave me the morale of, okay, it's fine. Then, not just it being African and handcrafted, it's also good for driving. That's actually okay. And the kind of market I have, they love this. They actually keep referring. In fact,
gives you a good competitive edge.
In fact, even on days when I don't post my products online, I get
inquiries.
Yeah, I get inquiries. And shoes are shoes. Everyone puts them on. And crafts, most people now love crafts. You just have to design it, make sure it is long lasting, the durability is okay, affordable, and comfortable.
Amazing. And then now, as we delve into as we like on the final lap, you also do like social media marketing, you run brands, you also run campaigns for like other businesses.
True.
Yeah, you're juggling like motherhood, you have like your own personal life to move across. Like, how are you able to balance all this?
One, you should be strong.
For sure.
You should be strong because at some point you break down. Because right now I don't have a partner that I can even run to. That maybe I had a very long, I'm not seeing anyone. I'm not. But this girl could have captured this. We'll tell them all, guys. The application is open. No, applications are actually not open because there are some things. If you want to succeed, at some point you have to do it alone
first.
You first have to do it alone. So, me juggling motherhood, business, and all that. One, I'm a very strong woman. I'm a very strong lady. I came from a very firm and strong family background where hard work was key. And the social media part, I love socializing. So that alone gives me a bonus. And I had to make sure I grow my social media platforms. So me advertising for brands, I've been doing that for quite some time, of course at a fee. So once you do something and you interact with people, because people see. People see and they'll always come and ask you about it. So just make sure whatever you're doing does not compromise your brand. If it is marketing, you don't have to, sometimes we have this, for example, Twitter. There is a time when a certain topic comes in and then you are this person who loves jumping into every topic that comes, forgetting that at a certain point someone is going to need you for your services. But because you jumped into something that maybe would have affected your brand, you forget. So, one, even on media, I'm a calm person. If it is fun, I post fun that I know will not affect anyone.
Any brand,
Because at the end of the day, I will need brands to come to me to market for them. So I'm a calm person, and I'm also this person who is committed. If I'm to do something, I do it wholeheartedly. That's one thing I love about me. So if a company has given me work to do, I make sure I deliver it to my best. And I make sure they do get returns. If it is evident that they haven't gotten returns, I have to find a way of making sure they benefit from my services. For the business, I'm lucky. I don't want to call it luck, but since I have a following, getting clients for my business hasn't really been too hard. Because my own business, my own brand, which is J&L Crafts, it has its own social media platforms. Its own, where I only post the business. And the other personal pages of mine, I use them for posting other brands and all that. So that alone has also helped me. Because when someone needs something, I can easily tell them on social media platforms, it is this and this. So you can go and look at. even my WhatsApp, my catalog, it has some of those details. So that alone has helped me with the clientele. And then the other side of motherhood, I thank God I still have both parents alive. So they help me in one way. But then, of course, the financial bit of it, I try to make sure that I fix that. Right now he's in school. It is actually he. He's in school, so I'm done paying fees. Yeah, as a single mom, of course. That's how I've literally managed. And it's always God and it will always be God.
Yeah, for sure.
Sometimes you can get into a situation and you're like, God, this is not going to work out. But at the end of the day, miracle happens and everything gets fixed. So it's always keep praying. You have to keep praying for your business. You have to keep showing up for your business every day and never get tired of telling people about your business or posting it. Yeah. That's how I've managed.
Yeah, as we delve a bit into it, what are some of your lowest moments, and then how you able to overcome, and then how you also able to maintain like your social sanity? Because I like talking about this topic, and because life happens in each and every one of us, and then we always have like a goal to just maintain our sanity and our social mental wellness. So what are some of your lowest moments, and then how are you able to overcome?
Everyone, just like everyone has lowest moments, I'm not exceptional.
Yeah.
Some of my lowest moments are when there is something wrong with my family, or maybe there is a problem and it needs to be fixed. I feel like, I feel so down. Maybe when one of my relatives may be sick, or they need support and all that. That can be one of my lowest moments. Then with my son, if he's not okay, and then if the business is not doing well, you can just feel so low. You just feel so down, get so stressed. And then when I'm broke.
Yeah. Has there been like one of those moments where you're like, yo man, you just feel like calling it quits, man? Like
that happens all the time. Yeah, Trust me, that happens all the time. You feel like you just wake up one morning and you feel like I'm giving up on this.
Yeah.
But every time you feel like giving up, just remember where you started and how you started it. And how far you've come. That alone keeps you pushing, gets you motivated. Now for me, I have a driving force in me. I want to be rich, just like everyone. I want to be filthy rich. And I want to give my son the very best. So every time I feel like giving up, I'd be like, but wait. Is this guy going to call me a broke mom? No, he can't. Let me get up and do what I'm supposed to do. Yeah. And of course, this force of, I want to give my parents at least the very best before anything happens. That also keeps me pushing. So when I'm in my lowest moments and I feel like giving up, I'd be like, no. I have to make sure I accomplish this.
Yeah, because
that's why I get motivated.
Yeah, because you also talked about like your like a new mom, and then you're navigating school, and then there's like COVID. Like, how are you able just to
being a new mom?
Yeah, just
drink and be like, okay, first give me a video on this one. Being a new mom.
And then as you just tell us, like, man, this was like one of my lowest moments, yani.
Actually, that is a very interesting topic. Because I really don't like hiding about motherhood, because I know there are people out there who are like me. Oh, sorry, I might break up at some point. Being a new mom and being a young mom at 19 years, 20 years wasn't really something that was okay. But I tried. And then I had a business, I had school, so when I gave birth, thank God COVID came in I had to do what I was supposed to do because the dad wasn't there up to now. So I had to make sure I put whatever little time, whatever small money I got into the business. Because I knew at a certain point it is this business that is going to help me. Either with school or with the boy. So I just had to work hard. I had to work hard. I had to finish up my assignments at school, and I had to make sure I had to graduate. So it was literally, I was my own motivation. I was my own motivation, and I needed this boy is going to grow. He's not going to be a baby forever. And I didn't want him to grow in an environment where he felt like his mom was not doing enough for him. So I had to do all that was possible to make sure everything works out.
In this moment, what was that like? Like, what was your moving point? What was your motivation? What pulled you through the ranks?
The motivation was my son. The motivation was my son. And of course, the tent. That was graduation. And then, just like I told you, I want to be rich. So, when you look at where you want to be and how you're going to achieve that, whatever comes your way, be it an obstacle and all that, do not get off the path. Of course, challenges will always come in here and there, but you have to look at where you're going. And this case, for myself, it was my boy, my son, and the success of my business.
If you could go back in time, what would you tell the young lady?
If I could go back in time, what I would tell the young lady is no one is going to come and save you. It is you to get up and save yourself. And you are your own motivation. Successful people will always come and talk. But if you don't want to get motivated, trust me, you won't get motivated. So it is you. You know, we have the thing of goal setting. So it is you to set your own goals and see how you're going to accomplish those goals. So, which makes you your own motivation.
Do you always get like misconceptions about yourself or what people don't understand about Lydia?
But I don't explain myself to people. Just believe what you want to believe. If you come to me telling me that, Lydia, this is not right, but me, I sat down, thought about it, and I'm like, if I want to do this and if I want this to succeed, then I have to do this. Trust me, I have to do it. And by the way, never have shame. Never have shame. If anything is right and it's bringing you the money, as long as it doesn't affect your morals and all that, just do it.
What are some of the misconceptions you often get?
From people? What should I even tell you? Some of the misconceptions I get from people. Something like, it will not work out? Can that be a misconception?
Yeah, it can.
Like you're doing this, but it's not going to work out. And they don't believe in you. But it's not up to them to believe in you. It is you to believe in yourself. Because, for every successful person, just like I told you, there are some paths that you have to take alone. If I'm to start a business, for example, if in the future, and I'm like, I want to start up a boutique. And someone is going to tell me, Lydia, there are so many boutiques, it's not going to work out. Yes, there are so many boutiques. And yes, you may be right. Of course, you don't have to make them feel bad. You're like, you may be right, but let me try it. If I fail, I will accept the fact that it is totally failed. But if you're telling me that because yours has not worked out, then even mine is not going to work out, then it is a total lie. I will not accept that. Let me give it a try. Let me give it my whole best. If it doesn't work out, I will accept it. But then if it fails for the first time, I have to stand up and fail the second time. We always have this thing of cry in the night, sleep, wake up in the morning with a fresh face, and get up, get your day started like nothing happened in the night. Yeah, so that's how business also works. Sometimes you'll cry, you'll curse yourself, you always tell yourself you don't believe it. But just wake up in the morning, go in front of a mirror and tell yourself, Lydia, I'm going to do this and it's going to work out. I can't invest all my time into this and it's not going to work out. And yes, it has always worked out for me.
Amazing. And what don't you know about you?
I'm an introvert.
Really?
Yeah.
And you're a social media marketer. How does that work?
You know, one good thing about social media marketing is you hardly meet the clients. You hardly meet the clients unless if a client tells you that come to office and we talk. That's when. Yeah, I'm an introvert, and certain topics put me off. For example, if I go into a place, maybe a crowd, and maybe we are having a conversation about business, then you guys deviate. I get uncomfortable, I just come back home and get to my bed. So, and whatever doesn't make me uncomfortable, I don't talk about it. I just come back home and think through it and just keep it at the back of my mind. So. And the other thing of, I don't defend myself. I don't defend myself. If, for example, you, Emma, comes tell me that, Lydia, I had something like this about you. I don't. So, you hear what you want to hear. If you want, it is upon you either to take it in or not. But me telling you that, Emma, that is not right. Those guys lied. That is a lot of work. I don't do that.
So in this moment of life and also in doing business and entrepreneurship, have there been people that you always been looking up to, people who are your inspiration in your line of work, in your line of business, in life?
Yeah, not to mention names, but I'm someone who loves attending conferences, business shows, business talks, anything that is related to business. I love attending it. I've always looked up to those successful people, just like I told you not to mention names, that have always inspired me. For example, of recent we had a Twitter, we had an exhibition at the side of Nakawa. And I remember one of those ladies, she actually sells coffee. She told us, for a business to succeed, it's a whole lot of hard work. And you're not just going to wake up one day that, this business, I'm going to do this and this. I just have to wake up one day and start up the business and expect the clients there and then no. You can even have the business for a month without clients, but you don't have to give up. And you have to keep showing up for your business. Still, quoting Howard, you have to keep showing up for your business. Never get tired of telling your business to people. And in all aspects of life, negativity will always come in. But it is upon you either to take in the negativity or leave it. And also some clients will come and be like, your customer care was not good, this and that. They'll tell you all sorts of negative comments. But you just have to keep telling them, I'm sorry. I'll improve on this. That is it.
What's one achievement you're mostly proud of?
One achievement I'm mostly proud of is I built a brand. I built a brand and it's going on well for now. And of course, when I'm too consistent or I don't give up, it will be a big brand. That is the J&L Crafts.
Amazing. What would you love to see change in Uganda, in Kampala, in Africa? What would I just try to see change on the global scale?
To see change, I don't know, but me, I'm comfortable. So if there is any change that I would love to see is probably how people perceive other people's businesses. But it is not like it's going to end. But sometimes we can have a business, but someone is like, no, that is a small business. Let me go to Shane. Let me go to Jumia. Let me go to this and this. Forgetting that those big brands also come back to the small brands and get from there most times. You know how Jumia works, right?
Yes.
But because it is a big brand, people go there and shop. Not knowing that Jumia comes back to the smaller markets.
To build.
And probably if we keep supporting each other's business, for example, if you support my business, not going to Jumia. Okay, I'm not really trying to demarcate Jumia.
We'll support it.
Yes, I'm not trying to demarcate Jumia, but at least just support your friends' businesses. I mean, it doesn't.
For sure.
Yeah.
If you had unlimited resources, what would you do?
Unlimited resources?
Yeah, just given a blank check, you're like, yo, go wild on this.
First, I would expand my brand. That is number one. 2, mom and dad. Support them.
For sure.
3, my son. And then give back to the community.
Well put. That's totally like well put. If you are not into crafts or social media marketing, what would you rather be doing?
If I wasn't into crafts or social media marketing, charity. Give back to the community.
If there's young aspiring Lydia or lady like out there, what advice will you give them, or how would you encourage them?
Follow your ambition and explore your talent. Do not wait. Do not wait for someone else to find out about your talents and help you explore it. No, explore it. Follow your ambition. Pray. Prayer is key. Respect your parents. And even when you're employed, have a side hustle, because those side hustles are a savior. If I actually didn't have a side hustle and I was like quitting employment, I would be starting from zero. So at least have a side hustle. Socialize. Take up any opportunity that you feel is very useful to you. Then the other thing is, no one is going to save you. To the point you save yourself.
And this is such an amazing achievement, even as we wrap it up, for like such a young age. Like it feels like you've been doing this for the last I don't know, like many number of years. So like how do you also like decompress? Because it's such a lot to do and also to take in and just navigate through life. How do you do it?
How do I do it?
How do you decompress? How do you
I didn't get that quite well.
No, like this is such a lot of things that you're doing and balancing and navigating in all of this. Like how are you always able to like do you just go on holidays? Do you just go on a long drive? Do you just sleep it off?
I don't really go on a holiday, but ever waking up one morning and you feel like today I'm not doing this. Let me give myself a break. And you just do your own thing, watch a movie and sleep. That's what I do. But most times I journal. Of course, I have a routine. I'd be like from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Those are specifically for meetings. Then the other days, I push the brand and all that. Sunday is usually my day off.
Yeah,
Sunday I get relaxed and all that. Then of course I also go partying with friends, move out, have dinners, and that's how I do it. You know, of course, even for every busy person, they always need a break.
Yeah. So you can kindly just give us a parting shot, and also just tell us how you can reach you, how you can get to know more about your craft businesses and all that. Yeah.
Sorry, the craft I have social media platforms all over. For those who would like to market with me, I use at Lydia Avian 256. That is for Twitter, X, Instagram, and then TikTok. I use Avian 498. Threads, Lydia Avian 256. Then Telegram, I use my phone number. That is it. Then for the business, I have at J&L Crafts on all media platforms.
Yeah. Amazing. Give us a parting shot, a word of encouragement. Something good, something nice, something smiley to take home with us.
It will always get better. Just keep doing it and keep showing up.
Wow. Yeah. Just keep doing it and keep showing up.
It will always get better.
Yeah. Just keep doing it
and keep showing up.
Just keep showing up.
It will always get better.
What a wonderful way to end this particular podcast of HomaBayUnplugged, and it's been so inspiring, it's been so encouraging to have Lydia beside us to just take us through her life, her achievements, her downsides, her things, just everything about life that you've got to learn and be encouraged. Take this moment also to share it. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to like, post, share, subscribe, and all the links to her works and her networks, we'll just post a link below that you can also get to reach her up. Also like for mentorship, for support, and everything good. And as you know, this is HomaBayUnplugged, voices from the heart of the lake. That's how you end this particular episode. Keep in touch, keep it locked, more to come your way. This is all we have from the heart of the Pearl of African Kampala. Thank you, Lydia.
Yeah,
it's an honor for having you and for hosting us and just to tell us more about your business and good stuff.
Thank you.
Amazing. Oh, the source of the Nile. Have they paid for this? I've been told this is called Divine Bushera. Malted cereal beverage.
Wow.
Service with divine touch. So you drink this as a lady, not for gents. You'll get to find out the source of the Nile, and you know how we do it at HomaBayUnplugged. It's voices from the heart of the lake, and you always know the lake connects to the line. So get yourself some Bushera and get to find the source of the Nile for ladies. Graphics.
I'll wrap this episode.
Yeah, we've wrapped. Yeah, so how do you feel drinking it?
That's good.
Yeah.